Hello my babies. Welcome back to another video, folks. In this video today, I'm going to be telling you guys the 10 foods I ate to go from this to this. And you can go from this to this as well, as long as you watch this entire video until the end. We're gonna do a little countdown. We're gonna start from number 10 and end at number 1. Number 1 being the best food, the top secret. I hope you guys like this video. We'll get right into it. And if you do like it, make sure you give it a like. Also hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Join the Swole squad and let's do it, babies. Number 10. Egg whites. Egg whites are entirely protein, and protein is the building blocks of muscle. Your glutes, here they are, you'll see them. They are muscles, so in order to grow them, you're going to need a lot of protein, my friends. And as you can see here, fat, no carbs, nope, but protein, yes. Oh my god, my nails look horrid. What else is new? So egg whites are a must-have. You could also use eggs, however these do have fat in them, so it just really depends. If you're worried about your fat intake, then maybe use these, but both will work. They are both great sources of protein. Number 9. Oatmeal. Oatmeal is full of complex carbs, and carbs are what give you energy. What do you need to work out? You need energy. So this is a great source of carbs to have before your workout, and it will fuel you. Oatmeal is a great idea. Number 8. Protein shakes. You can make protein shakes obviously in various ways, but the way I like to make mine, I like to add strawberries and bananas, peanut butter, almond milk, and obviously protein powder. Any protein powder will do, but once again, as I said for the egg whites, it's a great source of protein. And what have we learned so far? You need protein to grow your muscles. Use code MamaSwole for a 10% discount on Transparent Labs supplements. You'll get your protein today. Number 7, salmon. Salmon is another excellent source of protein. There's so many different ways you could cook this. You could put it in a stir fry, you can bake it, you could put it in a salad. There are so many different options, and I know a lot of people when they're dieting, they get really bored really easily with their diet, so this helps you keep a little variety, keeps your diet fun and fresh. Number 6, brown rice. Much like oatmeal, brown rice is also a great source of complex carbs, and as we know, carbs equal energy equals a great workout. For number 5, we have blueberries. Do I have blueberries at this exact time? No. Did I go to the store for this video to prepare? No. Always on brand. Blueberries are very low in calories, so it will help you not go into too much of a surplus. You do typically want to be in a surplus if you want to grow your glutes, but that's not always the case, but we'll talk more about that later. So blueberries are a great option because they're low in carbs, so you can eat a lot of them. Foods that you can eat a lot of are good for high volume, which are better for keeping you fuller longer. Number 4 is tempeh, which I also do not currently have at my home, but trust me, I eat it. So tempeh is great because it's another great source of protein. It is also plant-based, so if you are a plant-based friend out there, it's a great option for you. It's also low in FODMAPs. Foods that are high in FODMAPs typically cause bloating, which is something people typically want to avoid. Nobody really likes to be bloated, right? I also made another video all about foods that are low in FODMAPs. If you haven't seen that yet, make sure you go check that out after this one. And tempeh is also great because just like salmon, you can make it various different ways. You could cook it, you could fry it, you could do so many different things. It's so fun. Number 3, wait. Before I tell you, if you're liking this video so far, make sure you hit that like button, baby. And if you haven't subscribed yet, now is that time. Hit that subscribe button. Number 3 is peanut butter. So most people think peanut butter is a great source of protein, but it is actually higher than fat than it is in protein. It has 16 grams of fat, only 7 grams of protein. So it's obviously a lot higher in fat than it is in protein. However, it is good for just adding flavor to things like oatmeal. Call back from earlier. So peanut butter is great. Great flavor adder. Is that a word? Great flavor additioner. You know what I mean. Number 2, we have coffee. My logic behind coffee, hear me out. Coffee gives you energy. What did I say earlier about carbs? Energy. So it's another excellent source of fuel for your glute workout. The last and best, this might sound like a surprise to some of you, but number 1 is donuts. This is controversial, I know. A lot of people are like, what do you mean donuts are bad? Aren't donuts unhealthy? And yes, if you eat donuts every day, probably not the best. Probably you're gonna gain a little bit of unwanted weight. However, if you only have a donut like every once in a while, and by every once in a while I mean like once every few weeks, once a month like I do, then that's gonna help you keep balance in your diet. Keeping balance in your diet is important because typically when people think of working out, they also think of dieting. Dieting can have its good and bads, but unfortunately a lot of people deal with more of the bads. I am one of those people. I went through a little bit of a ED. It made me have a very terrible relationship with food. So for me at least personally, I have to have some unhealthy foods every once in a while just in order to keep my sanity and in order to keep a healthy relationship with food. That is what I believe the key to growing not just your glutes but any muscle in general, the key to keeping you consistent with your workouts and diets. Because if you hate your diet and you're depriving yourself of all these unhealthy foods all the time, it could lead to an ED, just like I dealt with. So I really want to give that little message. I know it's kind of random to have it in this kind of video, but I just want to give that message that it's really important to keep a balanced diet and allow yourself every now and again to have a cheat meal, although I don't necessarily agree with that language either, but you know, just to have a little treat. And to end this video off, Suki and I, oh, she turned away, she obviously doesn't want to be in it, so I guess just me, we're gonna have a little conversation about whether or not you need to be in a surplus to grow your glutes. Because like I said earlier, typically it's believed that, oh, you do want to be in it, okay, typically it's believed that to grow any sort of muscle you want to be in a surplus. That is typically true unless you're a total beginner or unless you just have elite genetics, then most likely you're gonna have to be in a surplus in order to grow. And what is surplus, you ask? A surplus is when you eat more than you burn off. You're eating more calories than you are burning off, and that is what typically helps people gain weight. But you have to be careful because sometimes you could also gain unwanted fat. You gain muscle, but you can gain fat too, so don't put yourself in too much of a surplus, you feel me? What those numbers are gonna be for you, like how many calories you should be eating, is very individual. If you are trying to figure out what your individual caloric needs are, then I do personal training. You can email me at christina@mamaswole.com. Hit me up for all your nutrition and training needs. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you give it a like, subscribe, join the Swole Squad, comment below the word video game. That was the first thing I just saw. So we're gonna comment the words, 2 words, video game. Doesn't relate to the video, but that's fine. Everybody else reading through the comment section is gonna be so confused and left out, but not you, because you stayed to the end. That's your reward. You get to be included in the secret. If you'd like to support me on Patreon for just $2 a month, link is in the description. Shout out to all my patrons, I seriously appreciate you guys so much. If you'd like to support me on Venmo, Cash App, or PayPal, link is also in the description. I also have merch, go get your Swole Squad merch. And I have workout programs, like I said, on MamaSwole.com, so make sure you go check all that out. I will see you guys in the next one. Have a good ass day.
How to get my weight up, yeah, yeah, yeah. Hey. Weight in the cake up, yeah, yeah, yeah. Turn up in the gym, know I'm calling Mama Swole. Bad little shorty, and you know I'm on a roll.
Press like an empress. No one to impress, bitch. Find me on the guest list. Got that Louis V necklace. Subscribe to the Mama Swole channel. Even if your name is random. Got it lit like a candle. Catch me swerving in the Lambo.